Today I had to delete Instagram because it caused me more harm than good, so much so I had to cut it out of my life, and now I'm making this video to reflect and share on my experience with it and to explain to others that you are not alone and this thing is meant and built to be vicious against you. For those that don't know, Instagram is an app that's used for socializing and sending pictures, updating each other about each other's lives. Basically, think Facebook on steroids with this whole vicious, stupid thing. It's just Facebook but rebranded. It makes sense why it got bought out by Facebook. I'm going to keep calling it Facebook. I don't care. It's called Meta. Now, the reason I only used Instagram was to share memes to friends and just texting in general, because people, for whatever reason, they only use Instagram or other social medias for whatever reason, because here's some of the excuses they bring up: changing phone numbers, different locations, using only social media account they use, refusing to respond to texts. You get the idea. So having this 6 months ago, I wouldn't have complained about any of these social media apps, because there would be a constant stream of communication with each other, with me and a couple of groups, because people would talk back frequently on the app. We constantly shared memes with each other. The group chats were always active and alive. Every night, I would be too scared to go to sleep because I would miss a whole ass rant or argument that happens in the group chat. And everybody was using it. Everybody and their dog and their mom was using Instagram, if you believe it or not. So things back then were great, but not so suddenly. Things have started to die down. People started to move on, and things weren't just the same as before. The people that I like just stopped using the app in general. The people who used to be active, they are still active. They just don't respond to me directly or frequently, and that just fucks with me. I mean, I don't regret deleting Instagram from my phone, but it somehow felt like deleting it was the same as cutting off friendships with old people. I didn't like that I was associating an app with a relationship that I built with an individual, but I see that now that it's off my phone for a while, that isn't true. But I thought that for a very long while, and that's why I sort of hesitated when deleting it. Okay, my feed is a combination of wholesome, depressing stuff, laughter, storytelling. Honestly, I think it's a good diversity of stuff. I just waste so much time on that app for all the wrong reasons. And it just keeps rising my negative self-esteem and all that other stuff. I mean, this wouldn't have been an issue. I have so many separate libraries and saved stuff. Hell, I'm even screenshotting memes all the time. But just constantly doom scrolling for hours, the amount of time I spend on Instagram is ridiculous. 4 hours a day on average. And that's on a good day. I'm too scared to share the actual numbers, but you get the idea. That's way too much time spent on that app. It's not healthy. Okay, another reason that I have just up and deleted my app. Well, the first reason I actually installed the app was because the people that I knew or the people that I would frequently talk with would only specifically use Instagram for whatever reason. I think Instagram did the right thing targeting children when they were young in pre or middle school, because now everybody has it. But now lots of people have it, and that's also the only reason why I ever reinstalled it to begin with. Because if I were to text these people, they would never reply. But if I were to message them on Instagram, they would reply, which is the most bizarre thing to me. It's hey, I'm trying to communicate with you. Respond back when appropriate. It's just the weirdest thing. On Instagram, they reply back in I don't know, a few minutes. When it's a text, it's an hour later. So the time difference makes no sense to me. And also when these people are online, before it wasn't an issue, but now I know these people are online because sometimes they would read the group chats, they would send you memes, but you would never get any replies or hell, even emoji reactions back, and that just fucks with me constantly all the time. And because we're in the middle of a conversation and it just gets dropped halfway through, it's obviously for good reasons, their parents call or they have something to do or they're kind of busy, but they started a conversation and just left it midway. I would find myself constantly on the app just waiting for the replies, just doom scrolling as before. And it's just with a toxic feed and it constantly causing me to react, physically react. It wasn't healthy, man. It wasn't healthy. And my third and final reason for me officially getting rid of that app was because never have I ever experienced such high levels of anxiety, depressive episodes, panic, and stress and panic attacks simply from this one app alone. I don't have any other app like Facebook, Twitter, Snapchat, but fucking hell, Instagram took me for a roller coaster of a ride. It's got its highs, but the fucking lows are goddamn awful. It like really fucks with me. And while doing some research on it, I find that like what? It is sort of vicious, and it like tears people apart with like how it messages a lot of negative stuff just to increase screen time for people. And that just drives me mad. Because like for a fact, Instagram and all these other social medias prey on your high arousal of negative emotions all the time on that app just to keep you online and constantly into it. They intentionally make the feed toxic, fill it with ads, and just mind fuck with you entirely, convincing you this is how the world works and this is how things are supposed to be. When in reality, that's just far from the truth, and that's not even remotely true or even close. But what worries me is that, like an addict, I will come back to it either because those people that I was communicating with previously only use that app, or that's the only way I can get in touch with those people. And I've honestly caught myself saying, just a quick one, just 5 minutes, or just, hey, what have they done? Like, it's not healthy. The stories, the posts, the messages, not healthy. Like, I gotta appropriately distance myself away from this. Granted, it did affect my upload schedule for this video, but now that it's gone, I pray and hope it hasn't affected future uploads or my mindset for it. But I know it's not true. I know that's not true. That's not the only way these people can get in contact with me. So I sent them all my phone number for like 24 hours or when they got it. And if they wish to communicate with me, they can call or text me whenever they want. Just, I had to get this off my mind. Deleting IG has been so refreshing. Never have I been so depressed. Now I know how to get depression back. It's reinstalling IG, and I pray and hope I never have to do that. Bye-bye.